Hello again, you're tuning in to VNA News Daily Bulletin. Coming up next, we have your top stories.
State's president asked People's Procuracy to put forth measures for improving anti-crime fight. Vietnam and Laos call for strengthened judicial bond. Foreigners enjoy cozy Christmas in Vietnam.
President Trương Tấn Sang has said putting forward measures to improve the efficiency of anti-crime fight is a great political responsibility of the People's Procuracy. He made the remark at a conference in Ho Chi Minh City on December 25th to lay out the sector's tasks for 2016.
President Sang hailed the People's Procuracy for fulfilling tasks in 2015, the first year to realize the law on the organization of the People's Procuracy. He said the sector has made positive progresses in leadership and professional expertise, while working to build key judicial bills. The leader asked the sector to seriously materialize a resolution adopted by the 12th National Party Congress, particularly judicial regulations, combat corruption crimes, and bring an end to delay in litigation. Participants at the event discussed existing shortcomings and set major tasks for next year. This year, the sector dealt with 92.4% of complaint cases, accepted 79% of denunciation cases, and scored a 99% conviction rate.
Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Phạm Bình Minh has asked relevant ministries and sectors to accelerate preparations for the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Leaders Meeting, which will take place in Vietnam in 2017. Deputy Prime Minister Minh made the request at the third session of the National Committee for APEC 2017. He praised ministries and sectors for their close coordination in carrying out main tasks, requesting that information relating to the event's theme, priorities, initiatives, and schedule be ready to be made public in late 2016. Minh said to meet this end, the National Committee and its member agencies should call for assistance and coordination from APEC member economies to make the best preparations for the event. Hosting APEC 2017 is one of the country's most important diplomatic events between now and 2020. Since joining the forum in November 1998, Vietnam has made a number of significant contributions, including the successful organization of APEC 2006 and the 6th APEC Human Resources Development Ministerial Meeting in September 2014. The Vietnamese Ministry of Justice stands ready to help Laos train a contingent for quality personnel in legal and judicial fields. Minister Ha Hung Kuong assured Lao Prime Minister Thong Sinh Thamavong in a reception in Vientiane on December 25th. The support will form part of a project to develop the Lao Judicial Training Academy, Kuong said. He added that he hopes the Lao government will back the project, a joint work between the Vietnamese and Lao Ministries of Justice. Kuong expressed his belief that the 2015 Constitution of Laos recently promulgated by President Chumali Sayason will lay a foundation for Laos to effectuate renovation policies. Thamavong, for his part, praised the outcomes of talks between the two justice ministers. He said the enhanced collaboration between the two ministries will contribute to building respective rule of law state, fine-tuning the legal system, and building an environment to exercise rights to democracy and people's mastery. Leaders of ministries of justice of Vietnam and Laos have agreed to bolster legal and judicial links in the coming time, thus deepening the traditional friendship between the two nations. The agreement was reached during the talks between Minister of Justice Ha Hung Kuong and his Lao counterpart Buon Keut Sang Som Sak in Vientiane on December 24th as part of the former's visit to Laos from December 24th to 29th. Under the document, legal and judicial links within ASEAN will be boosted, including the implementation of initiatives ratified in the meeting of ASEAN Justice Ministers. The two ministries will work closely to quicken the implementation of an agreement between the two governments on migration and unlicensed marriage in border areas, and the conclusion of the Judicial Conference border provinces of Vietnam and Laos. On the occasion, the ministers witnessed the signing of a cooperation agreement for 2016 between the two ministries. A Buddhist cultural museum has opened to public at the Quán Thế Âm Temple in the central city of Da Nang.
The museum, the first of its kind in Vietnam, displays around 200 Buddhist antiques. They include a statue made of precious white jade in the shape of a bodhisattva holding a baby in her arms, and a set of 8 Buddha statues made of bronze in the 9th century. It is expected to become an attractive destination for tourists who visit Da Nang's Ngũ Hành Sơn complex. The temple has other 300 Buddhism-related objects dated back the 7th century to the end of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century.
An exhibition featuring Mother Goddess's worship practice of the Vietnamese people opened in the Red River Delta province of Nam Định on December 25th. Let's take a look. The exhibition aims to help people have better understanding of the practice of worshipping the Mother Goddesses, which is going to seek UNESCO's recognition of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Mother Goddesses are considered to control everything that happens on earth, and their worship addresses concerns of daily life and desires for good health and fortune. The goddesses protect and support and bring good luck and strength to overcome misfortune. Mother Goddess's worship practice has a close attachment to the wet rice civilization. It is the combination of different traditional art forms, including music, linguistic, handicrafts, costume design, architecture, and cuisine. Nam Định is one of the biggest centers of worshipping Mother Goddesses in Vietnam. Rapid development of transport system in the last 5 years in the Mekong Delta has improved passengers and cargo transportation and contributed to regional growth.
Since 2010, total regional passenger transportation has reached 4.6 billion, an annual increase of 4.4%, and 468 million tons of cargo, an annual growth of 4.9%. During the 2010 to 2015 period, the government invested around $2.6 billion in transport construction in the Mekong Delta. In addition, other financial resources were channeled into transport and infrastructure construction, including 5 ODA projects with a capital of nearly $1.73 billion. The Ministry of Transport has finished 4 aviation projects at investment of $240 million, with annual growth of 16.5% for passengers and 187% for cargo in airline transport. In completion of Cần Thơ and Phu Quoc international airports has created favorable conditions for Mekong Delta to approach the rest of the world. In the past, waterways were the most popular means of transportation from the Mekong Delta region to Ho Chi Minh City and other regions. But now, local residents can fly abroad from Cần Thơ or Phu Quoc. Deputy Prime Minister Vũ Văn Ninh said, if the Mekong Delta wants to develop, transport infrastructure must be good enough, especially for domestic waterways, the strength of the Delta. He said the seaport system and waterway routes were the most convenient and cheapest transportation.
As is tradition, hundreds upon thousands of Vietnamese warmly and gleefully welcomed Christmas on its eve. The following is a compilation of Christmas celebrations in big cities across the nation.
The Christmas spirit in urban cities attracts numerous people from all walks of life, particularly the younger generations. The weather quietly soothes, seemingly giving way for the people to celebrate.
The atmosphere tonight is very cheerful and bustling, filled with Christmas spirit. My family and I are enjoying a walk down this crowded street, and it is fantastic. I think this year's Christmas spirit has spread throughout the entire country, not only for Catholics, but for all people.
Nowadays, Christmas is no longer an exclusive festivity for the Catholic community. Instead, it has opened its arms to welcome the collective joy of the entire world. It is also an opportunity for everyone to be closer to one another and wish for the very best.
It's fantastic. It's very different to England, but the fact that everybody's out and it's a lot warmer, but it's brilliant. Everyone's really happy and sociable. It's really good.
I feel incredibly happy. I wish for a peaceful and warm Christmas.
I wish for a lucky new year and for my family to be healthy and happy in life. Christmas is also the moment of transition to a brand new year, where everyone will look forward and hope for a peaceful and prosperous new beginning.
And on the theme of Christmas, join us to discover how foreigners welcome the holiday in Vietnam. For Gomain Quet, a French national, Christmas is an occasion for him to express love for his wife. Gomain is working for a French design company in Vietnam. This is the first time he has welcomed Christmas in the country.
C'est donc la première fois que je le célèbre loin de ma famille et de mes amis.
Some years ago, we often returned to France to celebrate Christmas with my family. It is interesting to welcome the festival in Vietnam. We would like to send our best wishes to the Vietnamese people.
Je suis loin de ma famille et de mes amis, mais je suis très heureux d'avoir ma femme.
Axel is Gomain's colleague. This is the fourth time he has celebrated the holidays in Vietnam.
Well, yeah, actually, we try to preserve this tradition of meeting up, as a family. However, we don't actually have our family here, but we just gather together, try to buy a lot of, nice food, nice wine.
It has been 10 years since my last visit to Vietnam. On this occasion, I see many buildings and shops decorated splendidly, like in Russia.
John Rockhold, a U.S. national living in Ho Chi Minh City, is preparing for an American-style Christmas party. Turkey is the main course of the party, which includes other typical American dishes such as mashed potatoes, baked ham with honey glaze, salad, grilled pineapple, and apple pie.
Because we're American, so we cook more like a traditional American Christmas, which is a turkey, a honey baked ham, sweet potato, salad, gravy. Well, one thing, it's warmer here.
John Rockhold's wife, Từ Việt Nga, is a Vietnamese. Nga said she always tries to integrate into her husband's family's traditional culture, helping him feel warm while he is away from home.
Presenting Christmas gifts is a way to show my love for my family members. I offer a doll to my daughter, a toy dinosaur to my son, and perfume to my husband.
And we have come to the end of our news bulletin. Thank you for your attention. For more information, please log on to our website at www.vietnamplus.vn. We'll see you soon.